I just recently getting comfortable with this new part of myself that's embracing um, the creative side of me. Like, I've always known that I had a gift. I've always known that I was creative. I've always known that I was talented. I just think that the way that I tried to get other people to see it at a time where it was like, no, you need to see this. The things that I spoke and I wrote in my poetry was sort of a comforter and a blanket for me. And I guess I just wanted people to see how good I was at writing. But what I come to discover now is that my poetry is actually my food. It's the bread and butter that feeds me, sustains me, but also nourishes me. And it feeds my spirit with a feeling that I cannot describe. I think to be able to be in tune with yourself and okay with who you are, outside of the need for friends. I just had a conversation. I was just having a conversation with God, and it's like a thought popped into my head. It was like, oh, nobody likes you. And I'm just like, God, like half the time people don't even like themselves. They get in front of something real and they don't like real because something inside of them is not right. Something inside of them is not honest. And I have no problem with you not liking me. You not liking me is the least of my worries. You not liking me, and I can still sit in the corner by myself and be okay with all of me, because I'm working on myself not needing to be validated, or walking around in a circle of people who may be okay with the destructive ways that I have, the disrespect that I show other people, thinking that one day they will never turn and flip the script and be disrespectful to me. But if I can't be the type of friend that tells you about yourself to make you see what you're doing is not correct, then I'm not a good friend to you, and I wouldn't want them kind of people around me. So I think it makes perfect sense why it's just meant for me in this moment, in this time, to just be still by myself. For the longest time, I thought it was depressing. Like, oh, what am I doing so wrong that I don't have nobody around me? No, God told me it's your time to just rock with me, because you never know when you walk in with certain people, you don't know how they really feel about you until you tell them no, right? I just want to try explaining. I've seen people around me, how they act. You know, when you tell them yes, everything is cool. When you hear the word no, it's almost like a switch hits, and this angry feeling of rejection causes that person to start being who they truly are. And so sometimes I'll be like, Lord, give me the strength to just say no, so I can see ahead of time without having to play the full tape and waste any more energy with people all up in my face. Say no, and you will find out how that person really feel about you. I think when you've had enough of mediocre conversations and meaningless conversation, you won't start staying to yourself and be okay with just staying around where it's quiet and peaceful. Because the louder the noise, the more intense the energy, the more active the enemy is. And I'm so over it. I'm not missing nothing out there in them streets. I'm not running swiftly into danger. I'm not trying to think that this cloak over me that makes me invisible. No. What it is now I'm living my life in a way where my steps are only going to places that will make me feel alive inside. Places that are thriving, places where there's positive energy, places where there's love and there's diversity. I think when we start to count ourselves out in the situation, we begin to realize that we've given a lot of people just power over us that they just don't deserve. And if it's so easy for these people to just pick up and leave and cast you off to the side, I think it's okay for us to give ourselves permission to just say, okay, you know what? This is not working anymore. I wish you well. I release you from my soul, heart, and mind. May peace be with you. I pray that God blesses you and all of your endeavors. But I have to shut this door, because if they were okay with you walking away, then that means your presence never mattered. And so I realized I matter to me. And I realized when God has a specific purpose for you, not saying that I'm special or anything to anyone else. I may not be special to nobody else, but I'm special to me, and I'm special to God. And I'm going to start to live my life like that, unapologetically of people's likes or dislikes of me, because they don't want to go to that deep place inside of themselves and expose that mask. I don't wear nothing to hide me. I'm okay with this. I mean, you can see my teeth ain't always right, but I don't let that concern me. I don't let that break me. I don't let that bother me. People, you know what I'm saying, will pick out the most futile thing about you to try to hurt you with it. And you just like, is that all you got? And 9 times out of 10, when people use a word to expose them, they expose themselves by using words. Like if a person's best weapon is an insult, you bitch, or you fat this and that, you bald headed, you broke tooth this and that. If that is what they use as a weapon to try to get you, it takes within you the common sense to look at the situation and be like, that's all you got? I mean, people out here dying. People out here screaming inside themselves for help. People out here begging God to save them from their sins, from their problems and their battles in their mind, all kinds of stuff. People actually live in the higher, where you use a word as an insult as your best weapon. I would just say, God bless you and have a great day. And whatever it is you thought you was going to get out of that is why you walked away, because you walk away just with a blessing. I didn't curse you. I didn't say nothing wicked. But I also tell you what my mind is by not choosing to engage in wordplay. I mean, I'm a poet. I could use any word. But the word of God, as it pertains to me, is that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue which rises up against me in judgment I will condemn. So instead of condemning people who choose to use words as insults to weaponize or try to hurt me, man, a word of this world is nothing compared to the word of God from above. And so I'm smiling right now because it's like, that's true growth. I even got to this point where I had to be brutally honest with myself, like, hey, there may be a season where nobody shows up to clap for you. But as long as heaven is applauding me, as long as heaven is supporting me, I think I'm okay with the onslaught of people who won't celebrate me. And then just telling myself that, okay, you don't celebrate me now, but you don't know that you need me in the future. You don't know that there's going to be a switch in time where the very thing that I have is going to be the very thing that's going to save your life. But if you shut me down now and block your blessings at this point, before I can even get to that place, when I get to that place, and it comes a time where you need me, your faith is not going to be strong enough to believe I will help you, and your ego and your pride and your guilt is going to keep you from coming close. And so I just wish people well. I'm not here to argue anymore. I mean, life is really too short. I literally was in a situation where somebody just got shot. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just got killed around where I stay. This just goes to show me life is too short for the wrong thing to be on people's minds. I wonder who was out there being kind, who was out there being nice, who was out there trying to encourage. Because whoever it is, this individual that got killed, whether he was old or young, if somebody would have approached him differently, I'm sure whatever it is that was going on inside of him could have been calmed and comforted long enough to sustain his life. But this is the things that we choose to focus on. Sometimes I realize when I speak, people are not going to like me, agree with me, comment. Sometimes the truth don't need no comment. Sometimes real don't need a backup. And I'm okay with that. I'm not here to speak to appease people, to medicate the band-aid of your emotions and your ego. I don't stroke egos. I don't do none of that. I don't blow smoke up tailpipes and none of that. I think what I realize about myself now is that this is what people always knew. People knew that this type of energy was inside of me, which is why they treated me that way then. But my mask was on my face. It's like I was blinded to these facts. And now I'm just like, Lord, thank you for pulling me out. It's like you set me apart, Lord. You pulled me away from that so I could see what it is I've been missing. And I've been missing me. I love me. I love everything about me. I love the way I think. I love the way I love. I love the way I speak. I love the way I glow. I love that I don't look like what I've been through. I love that I'm stronger. I love that I don't judge people. I love that I know that I'm not better than nobody else in this world. I'm just better than the me that I was yesterday. I love that every step that I take, I'm taking it and trusting God for the impossible. I love that when I look out in the city, I can see the world, different people doing their thing. I love that I can read. I love that I can see the brighter picture. I also love that I light up in the dark. And so whatever it is that we don't love about ourselves, we can always fix it or ask God to help us fix it. But if something is inside of you got you acting funny towards somebody because they're so together in themselves and they got themselves together and they're collected and they're not bothered by you, what you say, what you do, how you feel, the energy shift, the switch up. None of that stuff bothers me. I trust people to be exactly who they're supposed to be. I don't have no more expectations. When you don't have I'm learning. When you don't have no expectations, you can't feel nothing. Right? When I don't expect anything from you, you can't disappoint me. And so I love the way that I've grown in this mature mindset. Every day it gets tested. And so I know I can only talk about myself. I'm not trying to preach to nobody. It's just one of them situations where I guess if I knew then what I knew now, probably would have saved so much time, but then that's like regretting the journey, and I just don't. So God is amazing. God is amazing. He's showing up for me in this season, and I don't even know what to say sometimes. I mean, I've tapped into a different part of myself, and it's like I needed to walk away from a lot of people in order to get here. And I think if I could have a snippet of a conversation with my younger self, I would just say, I'm proud of you for surviving. I'm proud of you for being brave enough to sit in the dark corners of your hurt, holding on to what you thought was love. I could just see me with a Barney dog. Barney was my dude. Because Barney reminded me that sometimes we may feel small, but if we just imagine being something different, then we would get bigger, right? When you feel small, you might feel defeated or scared. And for this reason, when people do bad things to us, we hide in the corner. In a closet that sort of represents holding secrets, a closet of secrets. And it's locked up inside, it's locking us inside. And if I could just say to my little self, get up out of this closet, it's time. And a lot of ways I saw myself looking down on myself crying. My younger me, my little me, I'm looking down on me with tears in my eyes. Like, I had to come back for you. I gotta let you out of here. Letting you out of here just looks like speaking my hurt, speaking my truth. Hold on to my hand. I'm stronger today. I'm not scared, and neither should you. You shouldn't be afraid anymore. We're going to talk about what happened. I can hear little me saying, no, nobody's going to believe us. You know, they said nobody's going to ever believe us. They're going to call us crazy. And that sort of stuck with me because it's like, man, this for so many years let a lot of people who betrayed me and traumatized me and let them off the hook because they saw an opportunity through labels and curses, word curses. Oh, she crazy, she this, she that, as a way to continue to do different things. And they don't even know, because I love them, I shut my mouth, I kept quiet. It's like, hey, I love you, so stay right here in this closet. Stay here with all of our secrets and just be quiet. We love you, we love you. And I could just see a triumphant part of myself celebrating and shouting like, finally, we here, we dancing. I no longer see myself as a prisoner. I no longer see myself bound to these things. I see so much strength and beauty that what was meant to destroy me or break me never did. That all of the things that I have endured in my life sort of took me through a fire. And I was held to the heat so intensely that now I can see God in me. And that's the kind of purification that I would only wish other people get to experience. That the fire did not destroy me. It didn't burn me. I came out unscathed. And I don't look like I've just been through hell. Because he gave you beauty for ashes. But it's funny how when something is meant for your harm, God turns it around for your good. And so I may not be celebrated for everything that I say or do, but I know there's a team of angels around me. And every minute they are celebrating me. And I just give all glory, honor, and praise to the Most High because I know I didn't get here by myself. If it was me, if I would ever try to take that kind of credit and say, hey, I did it, I would have left that place a long time ago. I would have cleaned my life up a long time ago if it was just me who did it. But I think when God really, really sees the things that you go through in life and he hears your cry, he's going to create a set of circumstances that are going to draw you out of hiding, draw you out of that place of brokenness, pull you out of that pit of despair, and set you in a place where everybody can see, look, this is what I did. I had my hands on her. You didn't know I had my hands on her life, but I had my hands on her. And a lot of people feel crushed in spirit. Just know, I forgive you. I really do. I forgive you. I forgive you for the way that you mistreated me. I forgive you for the way that you didn't love me. I forgive you for the way that you didn't support me. I forgive you for the way that you made me feel like I wasn't anything. I forgive you. And it's not because I'm trying to be funny. I just understand that we can only do the best that we know how as people. And sometimes it's a moment of introspection for us to really evaluate ourselves like, wow, what made me want to treat this person this way? Knowing that there is an opportunity for you to really, really fully heal from it and transform your mind and your ways of thinking, because if you did it for me, I know nobody is exempt from that kind of cleansing and that kind of restoration. But I also had to forgive people so that I can get free from the memory, from the limitations, from the bound, from the chains. And now I see life in a whole new way. Just so amazing what God can do when you really are ready for something new. And so ask yourself this one question. Are you tired of getting the bare minimum? Are you tired of riding in the back when you should be in the front? Are you tired of riding in the passenger seat when you should be in the driver's seat? Are you tired of giving people control over your life that don't mean to be anything in your life but controlling? Are you tired of standing in front of people screaming for help that can't see that you are bleeding inside? Are you tired of handing people the knife to stick you again? Sometimes it's okay to be tired, and it's okay to be broken. God does fix things that are broken. I am a prime example of what was once dashed to pieces. And with his voice, his love, and the mighty force that he is, called me. And there, every piece of me that was dashed and broken just came back together. And this what's left over is just, there's no residual. I'm amazed. I am amazed at him. Every day I get a new epiphany about God. And it's just amazing. Don't know what else to say. But nonetheless, I hope everybody has a good evening. I hope that everybody that's really going through something really understands the power of prayer. It all starts with you just saying, you know what, God, please forgive me for the way that I have been distant, for the way that I've treated myself, for the way that I might have treated other people, for the way that I treated you, oh God. Please forgive me and make me new. Change my mind, renew my thoughts, heal my heart, and give me a reason to live. That takes courage. Because sometimes the healing is tied in the lifestyle change. And some people are comfortable with the things that they do. They think there's benefit in it. And if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? But I was broken and I needed to be fixed. And he healed me and he made me whole. And I'm not saying that I'm done, it's that it's all finished. I'm just saying I am nothing compared to what I used to be. Just amazing. But I say a prayer for everybody that's struggling. Just hoping, I pray that God continue to work in you in ways that you cannot deny and that people around you will not deny. That you are somebody, you are enough, you are loved, you are worthy of love, and that you can heal. I pray that this touches somebody's heart. It doesn't always feel good when you finally allow yourself to feel outside of all the numbing agents and the distractions. I just knew I wanted something bigger. I knew I wanted better for my life, and I knew that there had to be more than the 7 circles of hell that I was walking in. Just going nowhere, running in circles. Adding more links, and he broke every single one. And when I tell you to hear them fall in the spirit, it feels crazy. You imagine, I don't even want to say it because it was just deep, but it's like a never-ending chain. And you didn't realize how deep you were held down until you pray intentional prayers and you start to walk with intention and you start to fight in ways that God is pleased with and nobody knows. You could just imagine all of these chains just falling down. I mean, it's just like, and you realize how scary it is, how many chains were wrapped around you. There's a lot of people truly chained. And I feel light now. I feel so peaceful. I didn't know how weighed down I was. All these different chains and links. Linked to people who were chained and chained me because I was linked to them. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I don't want to go no deeper than that because sometimes when I start talking, I blow my own mind sometimes. But it's God who's blowing my mind. But I wish everybody a safe night. May God be with you and protect you and your children, your families. May you get to where you need to go to safely. And anything that you've been believing in God for, keep fighting. He will bring it to pass. I know this to be true. Peace.